The space is called Club Never. Club Never was originally a retail-only store, carrying brands like Chinatown Market, Pleasures, Born and Raised, Asics, New Balance. That opened originally in around September 2016. Trying to get Adidas accounts, Nike's accounts, it didn't really work out. So we kind of combined a concept that we were doing online, which is some of the resale, the aftermarket, the hype stuff. Put it in one spot, called it the Faculty. We have the Faculty at Club Never, so one side of the store we have mostly resale and hype stuff. On the other side we have our retail brands, like the ones I just mentioned. We carry tons of Travis Scott Astroworld merch, as well as the other stuff most people be familiar with, like Supreme, Antisocial Club, things like that, a lot of concert merch. And then recently upstairs we just added the attic for vintage.
Up. Money tree branches break when they not sturdy enough. See, I was good with the bag I roll. Water in my jewels, put them on and baptize hoes. Walk in my shoes, we got shack size soles. With flatline nose, whack rap niggas wearing half size clothes. What's the dilly? I'm only about 6 hours from Philly. That's an hour on a plane, I make it 3 in the Bentley. My bitch keeps saying I'm famous, but it ain't hit me. I'm too ghetto, mellowed out. This Hollywood shit tricky. See, before I knew an A&R, I was waiting hard back when Nicki Minaj was in a training bra. You play this game, you better play it hard. The judge give you life, and later that day, he gon' be playing golf. I'm from that era, we don't pay it if you waited wrong. Back when your parents got your baby shoes plated bronze. We took hip-hop and made it off. I sold quarters, just so happened I'm the author of your favorite songs. They bullshitted me, I played along. More balls than them niggas who got hit with the Reagan laws. Let's go.
When we was hooked in the hood, getting booked like literature kept us shook. Like when the boogeyman come in to get you, we was crooks, trying to cop more rides and great adventure. Any image we took, not a father was in the picture. There was times, not a bite nor swallow was in the kitchen. Real niggas made an industry out of their intuition, facing the darkest outcome, sprinting to outrun the reaper, trying not to be the food in the mouth for the beast, for whom the bell tolls. Crown kings in Adidas suits and shell toes. We had to throw a lot of body blows and elbows, wishing we could get from Snyder Ave to Melrose without the dapper damn body.
As a kid, I used to watch all the dope boys floss, dreaming for the day when I can. Bad bitch and we tippin' slow. Hit the scene, turning heads. So fine, she give me hoes. Clicking pose. Chrome heels on her, but the lips is swole. Turning lane, she drop the top. They asking what a stripper pole. Niggas know. And in the parking lot, I crash spots. 15s up in the trunk. Bought my bitch the mad shots. I blast clocks. On any jacker, get a homicide. To take her, gotta kill me. That's the real meaning of ride or die. I'm wrong. Ride with a G. Ride with a G. She wanna ride with it, so I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me. So I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me. Say she wanna ride with a G. Ride with a G. Ride with a G. Ride with it, so I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me. So I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me.
I got the dash lit digital, ride slab critical. Take you to the play pad, boo, give you a physical. I promise not to lose control. I love the hoe, from the drop to the bedroom pole. I'm so cold. California Kush, California King. Girl, you're fucking with a true street dream that's getting cream. Back to this beautiful slab that I admire. Fresh meat, wiped down chrome on every tire. I'm here to take a look at your mind in no time. That umbrella grind just blocking your true shine. Upgrade your game and lead and broke dummies. 760 hugging the grind on new Ashantis. Hood nigga reppin' the block, it didn't change. Still let the top fall down and cut a lane. A G kinda digging your style but love money. Slab king crawling the turf, it's 100.
She wanna ride with a G. Ride with a G. Ride with a G. She wanna ride with it, so I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me. So I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me. Say she wanna ride with a G. Ride with a G. Ride with a G. Ride with it, so I let her roll with me. I let her roll with me. So I let her roll with me. I let her better roll with me. You see these cars, it's like our chicks, and the chicks is like our car. Top out, sky showing, baby. Wish upon the star, these other lanes broke you down. I'm just here to fix your parts, and if that slab ain't for sale, then I forever rich your heart. Oh look, you got me styling when I show up. My partner say I'm tripping, you got mileage on your motor, but they don't know the feeling. People wildin' when we show up out that trunk, them neons glow, them speakers pounded like a smoker. I'm forever gripping grain. I swear this love is real. Feels so good when you grip that wood, man. I love a chick hood, down to show that grill. Hit that air when I tip that slam, take a nigga bitch fast, whole young pro trill. I'm chill.
On the floor, you don't never front line of war. You ain't never had a line of tour. You ain't got a line around the store. You ain't dead. You ain't dead. I never see your name up in the force. You ain't got a line around the store. Never put an actress on the floor. You ain't never front line of war. Nigga, you ain't dead. None of this. You ain't dead. None of this.
You ain't got what I got. You ain't seen what I seen. Pull a bitch on my, pull a bitch on the beam. Pull a 10, let me sing. It's a lot on my plate. I can make no mistakes. Shoulder hold a lot of weight. V is jumping out the face. You ain't gon' build like I build. Niggas ain't real like I'm real.
Who's this right here?
We're in the Houston Attic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Adam Rapp, along with my man, the Sneaker Chronicles. Yep, up here in Houston. It's hot, but we're keeping it cool. And these are some of our display sneakers. You know, I like to hang on to these over the years, but these are the Kevin Garnett. Now, I famously am not an Adidas wearer. I'm not an Adidas supporter, but if you could tell the folks out there a little bit more about this model, but I think it was the Bounce. The first time that they,
I'm not even familiar
I think Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett were the two campaign heads. And if you listen to the rap show back in the day, I always had this whole thing about an Adidas curse. Maybe we'll get into that on another segment. But we have some of the game-worn sneakers from NBA players up here, including the Steve Nash, two-time MVP Phoenix Suns game-worn pair. Now, this is a one-of-one pair only because Steve Nash, for this campaign and this season, wanted to do renewable sneakers or a quote-unquote recycled sneaker. And instead of creating new product and new sneakers, they took scraps off the Nike floor that would match the Phoenix colorway, and it had the loud stitching as if it was put together and sewn together. And I think that's a great concept. It's renewable. It allows that sneaker to be one of one. You know, who knows if that piece was from a Jordan? Who knows if that was from an Air Force One? But if you really look close, you can see like patchwork. It's all different materials from that era, which was, like I said, part of his two-time MVP campaign. And I worked media doing NBA coverage, and so a lot of the guys appreciated our content talking about sneakers on a sports talk radio platform, so they would give us shoes to put on our table or to display on our sneaker wall.
Oh shit, yeah, let's get it on.
Yeah. Speaking of MVPs, speaking of H-Town, speaking of bringing that pride, that Clutch City pride after the Rockets did their thing in the mid-90s, we have live from the Compact Center, Cynthia Cooper's game-worn pair from the second championship here in Houston. And if I remove this, some of the really, really cool details of the late 90s into the early millennium was the PEs actually had the player card or a hang tag on it, so it would actually have a picture of the player, either in their MVP trophy. I've seen another WNBA pair from Cheryl Swoops. I'm sorry, she's holding her trophy on her little hang tag. But yeah, this is a very cool pair to have because that was the first 4 championships won in the history of the WNBA before they took our team from us. And then up there, those are the Starberry specials signed by Starberry himself. who is now probably
Good
bigger
God,
than,
in China,
I was gonna say,
man.
bigger than Jordan ever was in the United States in China, with 10 times the folks that enjoy basketball on a daily basis. And yeah, he's now, I believe, either coaching or running one of the teams now in China. He's got a statue in the middle of the Grand Square. And he just all-time career revival. So that's a pair of Starberries that I got at a celebrity game years ago. And then, near and dear to my heart, this is the Nook 5 in his short stint before he ultimately became the new coach at Michigan. Juwan Howard did play for the Houston Rockets, and I was lucky enough to meet Juwan years and years ago. And when he moved to Houston, and then I eventually moved to San Diego, he would leave Clippers tickets for the Rockets versus Clippers in LA, and I drive up from San Diego and go see Juwan. But this is from the series against Dallas that the Rockets on paper were famously supposed to win, but
referees.
There's a lot. We can do a whole podcast on that series. And it was really kind of the end of that era, and then the ushering in of the Daryl Morey era to try to repair and bring Clutch City back. And we all know how that's going. What's up, everybody? I want to send a big shout out to an OG in the game and somebody who's bringing this to your face each and every week. All the latest news on that heat for our feet. Right there on the Sneaker Tribune. Make sure you follow, subscribe, check out the videos, and big shout out for coming to check us out in the Houston Attic. Peace.
You don't never front line of war. You ain't never had a line of tour. You ain't got a line around the store. You ain't dead. You ain't dead. I never see your name up in the force. You ain't got a line around the store. Never put an actress on the floor. You ain't never front line of war. Nigga, you ain't dead. None of this. You ain't dead. None of this. Yeah, this shit is not fictional. It's really my life, every verse is medicinal. This shit, it got critical. Pain is forever, the payback residual.
You ain't got war in your heart, keep on popping about shit that you know you won't fit in. Ain't got no pressure, problem by the bitch. Hit my little brother, caught him by the lead. We done took a lot of risks for the money I commit. Street took all hard from us, wish it ain't in vain. I was out dolo, I was trying to get it, and that's when that getting came. Bitch, you won't get in the way. Hop on my focus solely in the music, my niggas start feeling away. Even if niggas really make it through, probably gon' deal in the way. I heard that double like some fire, trying to pieces, and I sent them.
They can find you guys at online, social media.
Our social media page is pretty simple. It's the Faculty Hype, one word, for Instagram. And for Club Never, it's at Club Never.
If you gon' touch, you a safe. Stay down through the hard times. Front line when it was your time. Self-made, pushing hard lines, trying to tell you niggas that it's